Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Liz Agemo, and as you know, we speak all things network marketing, faith, and family. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to follow up effectively as a professional network marketer. So you might have heard the phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up, right? Well, that's because it is true. It's not always that a person will join your business after the first point of contact or presentation. Yes, some people may join immediately, but it won't always be the case, so you need to follow up. Most of your money in network marketing will be generated as a result of you following up with people who have looked at your presentation or your product. You need willingness and patience to follow up with people. And some people may need additional info than others. So people you meet with and present your business to expect you to get back to them because that is the professional thing to do as a network marketer. So don't approach people and then present to them and then not follow up on them. You need to finish what you started. Sometimes you might find prospects who are interested, but they just need a little bit of more info than other prospects. And guess what? You wouldn't know if you didn't follow up on them. So you need to follow up. This is why you'd find that in some cases, you present an opportunity to somebody and then you forget to follow up on the person. And then 2 or 3 months down the line, you see the same person joining the same business that you are in, but to a different person. And you ask yourself, why didn't this person join me? Because I gave this person information. Well, the answer is in following up. If you effectively follow up on all your prospects, then you will never have to ask yourself why people partner with other people and not you. So now I'm going to teach you today how to follow up effectively. So let's say you've had your presentation or you've sent your info to your prospect. And now the general rule that I set up is that you need to set up the next appointment before it actually happens. So what do I mean by this? So let's say you've sent your info to this person or you've had your meeting with this person, whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's a Zoom opportunity call, whether it's a PDF presentation that you send, whether it's a video, no matter what it is, you've sent this information to the person and then the person tells you that they will go through the information and they will get back to you, right? You don't just say okay after they say that. That is the biggest mistake that network marketers make, is that when a prospect says to you, okay, I'll go through the information and I'll get back to you, they just say okay. Well, from today on, we no longer just accepting okay. We no longer just saying okay. Okay. So you don't say okay and hope for the best. Always take charge of the direction of the conversation. So what do I mean by this? So this is what you will do. You will ask, okay, so when in the next 24 hours will you be able to go through the info? So this is after somebody has said to you that they are going to go through your info. They're going to get back to you. So you don't say, okay, you say, when in the next 24 hours will you be able to go through the info? Notice that I didn't use the words, when do you think you will be able to go through the info? Okay, so you need to be bold. You need to be confident and don't be unsure. Always ask when in the next 24 hours. That 24 hours is very crucial because you are showing a sense of urgency to the person. You are showing them that you work with time and you take your time very seriously. So now let's say they say, okay, I'm at work at the moment and I'll be able to get through the info tonight when I get home, for example, right? Your response is not going to be, okay, I'll hear from you. Most network marketers make that mistake of just saying, okay, I'll hear from you. Well, from today on, we are stopping with, okay, I'll hear from you. So now your response is going to be something like this. You will say, okay, great. I can either call you back at 6:30 or I can call you back at 8 p.m. Which one works better for you? All right. So you give them a time, 2 different times that they can choose from so that they can make a decision based on the time that you've given them. Don't ever ask them, when can I call you? It is not effective. Always give them 2 options to choose from and make them choose from those options. Remember, the examples that I'm giving you today are just are not just for phone calls. They can be for text as well. So you can call your prospects or you can text your prospects. All right. So let's say that you've asked them if they're going to choose 6:30 or 8 p.m. and let's say 6:30 or 8 p.m. does not work for them, then what you'll do is you'll reschedule another time with them. But always remember, don't ask them when you can call them. Always give them 2 options. Now, so let's say they choose 8 p.m., right? So this will be your response. Great. I'll call you tonight to answer any questions you have from the info that I sent you. Okay, then always add, please save my number. And if you happen to not go through the info before the time, then please feel free to call or text me to let me know that I don't have to call at that time, and then we can reschedule for another time. So please note that your phone call is not to go through the information with the person. No, the phone call is to answer any questions that they might have from the information that they went through that you've sent. Okay, so this shows your prospect that you are busy and you are serious about what you are doing. All right, so now it's 8 p.m. Make sure that you call them. Don't make these mistakes. Don't call them 15 minutes early. Don't call them 10 minutes early. Call them on time. Remember, don't be late, so don't call them after the time. So if you said 8 p.m., you need to call them at 8 p.m. All right? So what you can do is you can buy a diary or a notebook, or you can save it in your phone. If you've got a calendar, you can save it in your phone to make sure that you remember about the phone call. So it's 8 p.m. and you are calling or texting the person. Your response will be, hi Nelly, this is Liz. Did you have a chance to get through the information that I sent you? So right now you're not asking them, hi Nelly, how was your day? Hi Nelly, how are the kids doing? You are not asking any of those questions. You are getting straight to the point. Hi Nelly, this is Liz. Did you have a chance to get through the information that I sent you? So obviously if it's a text, you don't have to mention your name because they know your name. So now if they say yes, they went through the information, then your next response is going to be, great. Do you have any questions? Okay. Never ask them, what do you think? That is the biggest mistake that most network marketers do. Never ever ask your prospect, what do you think? Because what do you think forces a person to think? And we don't want them to think too much about this opportunity. We want them to get on board as soon as possible. Okay. So another question you can ask is, what stood out for you in the info that I sent you? Okay. So now, if they have questions, you answer them. So you must be ready for any questions. So this means that you need to know your product. You need to know your compensation plan. You need to know about your company, because chances are the questions will come from the products, the company, or the compensation plan. Okay. So simply do your best to answer your prospects' questions. And if you don't know the answers to any of the questions, then simply tell them that you can set up a 3-way call with your upline, or you will get the information and get it back to them. Okay. So never ever fake information, never ever give false information, or never ever give information that you are not sure about. All right. So what happens if they no-show you or ignore your follow-up? All right. The reality is, no matter how good you are or how great of a company you are in, people often don't stick to their commitments. Here's what I typically do with people who go quiet on me. I'll call them, and if they don't answer, I will leave a message. Remember, the examples that I'm giving you are for both text and phone calls. All right. So this is what I'll say to the person. Hey there, this is Liz getting back to you for our 8 p.m. appointment. Obviously, something must have come up for you. Not a problem. Listen, I've got back-to-back meetings and appointments over the next couple of hours, so you may not be able to get hold of me. So you can give me a call when you are free and we can reschedule, right? Your job is to be professional, right? If they choose to be flaky, then that's their choice. Don't allow it to bother you. Even the best network marketers have had people no show on them. Okay. So it's part of the business. Don't sound desperate and don't sound angry. Simply be professional. Show them that you are busy and that they are not the only person you are working with, and leave a message. Right? So this can be text as well, as I've mentioned that these examples are for both text and phone calls. So a lot of people ask me, Liz, how many times do I need to follow up on a person? So generally, I have a 3-strike rule. Okay, 3 strikes and you're out. I will not follow up with a person more than 3 times. Okay. If they call you back, then that's a great sign that they are still interested in the opportunity. If they don't get back to you, then call them back again after 24 hours of them not getting back to you. All right. So now this is the second time getting back to them. Hey there, Liz here checking in. We had a meeting scheduled yesterday or a couple of days ago, depending on how long you've taken to follow up on the second time on them. Hey there, it's Liz checking in. We had a meeting scheduled a couple of days ago. If you're still serious about talking a bit further about this business, give me a call. Okay, so that's strike number 2. Remember the first one, you reminded them about the appointment that you had at 8 p.m. Now strike number 2 is you are reminding them and checking in on them to say that, listen here, we had a meeting a couple of days ago or yesterday or however long. And if you're still interested in this business, or if you're still interested in talking more about this business, then give me a call. So that's strike number 2, right? So after I have left the second message and they don't get back to me, then I send the last and final message or leave a voice message. Okay, this is how it will go. Hey there, this is Liz getting back to you one more time. Very, very important. Don't use the words, this is Liz getting back to you for the last time. There's a difference between one more time and for the last time. Because when you say, this is Liz getting back to you for the last time, it's like you are angry and, so don't use the words last time. Just say one more time. All right. So this is what you'll say. Hey there, this is Liz getting back to you one more time. I haven't heard from you, so I'm assuming you're either really busy or you've changed your mind about this business. Because guys, let us be honest, not everybody that we approach is going to want to partner with us in the business. And also sometimes different factors play a role. Maybe a person is not in the right frame of mind to join the business, or maybe the person is not ready, or maybe a person is going through some personal stuff and they feel that they are not in the right space to start a business. Okay, so this is how the message will be. Hey there, this is Liz getting back to you one more time. I haven't heard from you, so I'm assuming you're either really busy or you've changed your mind about this business. No worries, not a problem. If you do decide you want to talk further, then you can just give me a call and we can catch up then. Take care. Okay, so the last thing you want to do is to sound desperate or angry with the person. So you must always leave a door open for the person so that should they decide a couple of weeks later or a couple of months later that they actually still want to partner with you in the business, the door is still open. They can come to you. They don't feel like, oh, Liz is angry at me, so I can't go back to Liz about this opportunity. Let me just look for someone else to join under. No, you've left that door to say, listen here, I do understand that maybe you've changed your mind about this business, or maybe you're either really busy and you can't really get into this business right now. But if you do ever decide that you want to talk further, then you can just give me a call and we can take it from there. Okay, so you've done your job of being professional on your follow-up game. Okay, so follow up 3 times and then move on. And when you move on, like I said, leave a door open for them to come back should they change their mind. So sometimes what I do is I would follow up with the person maybe after 3 months, and 3 months later, they would join because I'm following up on them. And when I follow up on them, it's not even about the business. It's just me saying, hey there, I'm just checking in on you. How have you been? And in most cases, they end up saying, hey Liz, you know what? I've been meaning to talk to you. I do want to now partner with you in the business, because they've seen that you have now reached out to them. Okay. So sometimes it's all about the timing. All right. Maybe you caught them at a wrong time at the time, like I said, or they just have a lot going on in their life at the moment, and starting a business at that time was not a priority for them. So leave a door open always, always. So that is it on today's episode of how to effectively follow up on your prospects. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to also hit the notification bell. See you next time on our next episode, where we share all things network marketing, faith, and family.